Okay, so now what's the next stage of doing this? Well, we need to create our new image. So we need a new image created to be able to store this new thumbnail. So I'm going to say new underscore image, and this is going to equal image create true color. All this function is doing is creating a new image with a true type color to it. That's important because we obviously want to maintain quality when we're creating a new image. So now we need to specify the width and the height. Now obviously we've already got the width and the height here sorted out, our new width and our new height. So we say new width and new height. Done. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to load in our original image as a JPEG image in order to use the function we're going to use next is image copy resized. So we need to load in our original image. So I'm just going to write image, or let's call it JPEG so we don't get messed up with this thing here, this variable here. So I'm going to say JPEG, or you could say old image. Old image equals and the function we're using is image create from JPEG. So image create from JPEG image. So we've specified our image in here, which is the value we're passing through get through our URL, and we're creating a new image from this. So now we have the original image and we have the new image. So now what we can do is use a function called image copy resized, and what this is going to do is it's going to resize our image down with very specific parameters in. So this function, like with most GD library functions in this sense, takes a lot of parameters. So let's go through and we'll explain each one as carefully. Well, I'll explain each one as carefully as I can. So the function is image copy resized. Okay, and this function takes 10 parameters, so we've got 10 parameters to put in here, 4 of which are the destination of x and y the x and y placement of the destination image and the x and y placement of the source image. We don't need to worry about these. This is parameters 3 to 6, so we don't need to worry about these. The first parameter we do need to worry about is the destination image, and the destination image in our case is our new image, because we want to create our thumbnail in this new image here. The second parameter is the old image, so that's fine. This is why I've named the variables how they are, because we can see now what we're doing. We're resizing the new image to into the canvas of the we're creating a new image here, which we've done already, and we're resizing the old image into the canvas of the new image. So essentially what we're doing is we've created the canvas for our new image, which is with the new width and the new height, and we're applying our old image to this. Now obviously this isn't enough parameters. We need to specify things like the height and the width of the new and the old image, so we need to scale it down appropriately. Because what we're not doing is performing a command which is actually going to resize the image itself. As the function is named, we're image copy resize, so we're copying the old image to the new image, but just with different width and height. So the next 3 parameters, like I said, the 4 parameters are the destination x, destination y, source x and source y. We don't need to worry about these because they're just going from the top of the image. They're just going to go straight into the image. They're not going to be resized or moved. They're not going to be moved anywhere. Okay, so the 7th parameter, we've got destination width. So the destination width is obviously the new width, and the destination height is obviously the new height, because this is the destination that we're creating our thumbnail at inside this image, this new image. And then what we need to do is the source width and the source height, which is obviously the old width and the old height, but we have called these image width and image height. So image width, image height. Remember, with the GD library, when you're specifying widths and heights, the width always comes before the height. Okay, so now we are pretty much done, but there's just one last thing we need to do, and we need to use the function image JPEG. And this is going to display the image out on the screen for us. So, new image. So image, JPEG, new image. This is the new image that we created with the new width and the new height, so i.e. the thumbnail. And now what we're doing is we're just outputting it onto the screen. So let's uncomment this header here with changing our content type, and let's go ahead into our browser and test it. So fingers crossed. Okay, great. So what we've done here is we've returned the image with the scaled down height and width, and you can see that it's maintained its aspect ratio. It hasn't been distorted or elongated or stretched widthways or anything like that. So let's still go back and have a look at the original image, and you can see that it's still sort of intact there, but when we go back to this page we have resized our image. Okay, so the last stage is to save this file so it can be processed, so you can process this URL sort of on the fly if you like. So what we want to do is we want to save the file itself. So we just simply add a comma onto the inner parameters of this function, this image JPEG function, and we just specify a file name. So the file name I'm going to choose is the original image name, which is image, and then I'm going to append on and I'm going to say .thumb.jpg. So this is going to be phone.jpg and this is going to be .thumb.jpg. So it's going to create a new JPEG image. Remember, the .jpg at the end is really important because then it's a recognizable extension. So let's go ahead and run this page. Let's refresh. Okay, so now what's happened is we've taken this phone.jpg, we've processed it through, we've resized it, but then we've saved it as phone.jpg.thumb.jpg. So this is an image in my browser. You can see that I can pick it up and drag it and copy it and paste it, whatever I want to do. So this is an image in itself of the resized thumbnail. So now you can see how useful this function could be. I wouldn't recommend calling it index.php. Call it something like generate_thumbnail.php, and then you can simply run an image through using this get variable, and then you can process the image and output it to a file name of your choice.